The Nigerian situation as we here is really not good. It's very pathetic. It's not something that is worth hearing the second time. Yesterday, I was watching a video clip on YouTube where the Boko Haram sect, killed someone and beheaded him. I wept when I watched the clip. I couldn't watch it the second time. Even as I'm speaking now, really, I don't want to think about it again. It's really so pathetic, and I as always ask myself, why is this going on? What has been done about this, and why hasn't government gone ahead to stop this? Does it mean that is a group of people is now greater and bigger than government? This is really too gruesome. We cannot afford to be losing lives on daily basis because a group of people, a group of disgruntled individuals, want to have want to want to destabilize the nation. This is truly too pathetic. It is too gruesome, and now people are running helter skelter. Some are going back to the south. Some are are taking refuge in other places, and now most of them, while taking this refuge, while migrating from the north to the south, some of them still get involved in ghastly accidents and die. Now, and these people still beat their chest, even show themselves in the public, and nothing is done. This is not acceptable as far as the Nigerian people are concerned. Now, okay, talking about that, we also look at this issue of subsidy. Why should there be subsidy removal at this point of time, at this critical period? When these infrastructures have not been put in place, is there any power supply in Nigeria? Any steady power supply? No. Is there any water supply in Nigeria? No. Any good transportation network? No. No good roads. And you want to aggravate the problems of the masses. These people are suffering and you want to impose more suffering on them on the ground that you are trying to handle to make the economy better. Was the economy any good before? This is coming at a very wrong time when the masses need a new lease of life. You are trying to aggravate their problem because you want to solve their problem. You cannot aggravate somebody's problem to solve his problem. It's not done. So what I think that government should do, federal government should do, is to first of all put in place good transportation network, good roads, steady power supply. When steady power supply is implemented in the country, then foreigners will invest, will come into the country to invest. And when there are investments, there are job opportunities. How can you impose more suffering on that jobless Nigerian who may have gone through the university, who may have paid so much to pass through university? At the end of the day, he finds himself at home doing nothing, and you want to aggravate his problem because you want to you want to better the lot of the people. How can you better the lot of the people when others are dying? Are you going to better the loss of the dead people who have died following this issue of a subsidy removal, if at all there was any subsidy? So what we are saying is that government should wake up. The country is tearing apart. The country is going from, is retrogressing aggressively. Others, why southerners in the north are still trying to, hide themselves from the Boko Haram that are still fighting to survive because of the subsidy. Now those who are trying to go back home have to face the hike in transportation fares. Now, the ordinary civil servant who is earning 20,000 naira per month, and it was too difficult for him to manage it, even when the petrol price was 65 at the rate of 65 naira per liter. Now it has increased. The price has been hiked. Now you still want him to make do with the same 20,000, even when he could not make do with it when it was 65. So these are the things that must first of all be looked at. Now, government should go back to the drawing board. Check why was there a very massive protest against this subsidy? What was the major reason? Now, that major reason should be taken care of. The masses are saying, okay, now take a look at this. You have removed the subsidy. Now, so many people use generating state in their businesses. In fact, in every aspect of life, there is the need for power, and now you want to remove it. Have you put in place good transportation network that we boast, or rather that will be used, or that will help to reduce the prices people pay, or the amount of money people pay while going from one place to another, and talking about transportation. You have not done that, and you are trying to aggravate the people's problems, doing it at the wake of 2012. This is really unacceptable. It is not accepted, and it can never be accepted, no matter when it is done, as long as these key infrastructures are put in place. So government should source funds elsewhere, make sure that the infrastructures are taken care of. These basic necessities of life are taken care of. Then when they bring in the subsidy, when the government brings in the subsidy, then the people will welcome it. Of course, I know that so many countries, talking about Finland and others, did had to implement the regulation before the economy could grow. We understand that. Sure, of course, it is good. It is a very welcome development to have the regulation of privatization is good, so that the capitalism will be, will be encouraged more. But what we are saying is that the right thing should be done at the right time. You don't impose that on the people. So government should really go back to the drawing board, address this issue of Boko Haram. We do not want any negotiation. We do not want any compromise. We do not want any dialogue. If dialogue is used to solve this problem with the Boko Haram sect, if compromise is used, if negotiation is used, surely another state will rise in the future, believing that there still will be compromise. We have to face this well. We have to face it, in a very severe and tactical manner. We cannot afford to, fold our hands and watch our country going down every day, and people are dying in their numbers. Why should this be? Is it that we have a weak government, or is it that the government has decided to close its ears? Or is it that government has an interest in the activities of the Boko Haram? Any of these three can be. But we want to say that we do not support that, and we cannot let it go on. Nigeria is a big nation. Nigeria is one of the most populous black nations in the world. We have so many mineral resources. Government should also take a look at those other mineral resources that are yet untapped. Let there be employment in the country, so to keep every youth doing, busy, doing something. You cannot let them wander about on the street every day, and you expect them to be innocent. They must survive. Survival is in the spirit of every Nigerian person. And so, regardless of how the person survives, he doesn't care, as long as he has no other option left. But when you have created jobs for people, then everybody will be busy every point in time. But when you keep implementing policies that are not being done at the right time, embarking on white elephant projects, can it help the nation? No. So we do not want this to go on. Nigeria must wake up. Our government must wake up. Every day we hear cases of people looting the country's treasure. Every day we hear cases of people sending money out of the country to other countries, to other banks. And yet, more than half of Nigerian population is suffering. And government says we are doing, we shall, we will. When shall this shall become have? When will this will become have? When will government say we have done this, we have done that, not will we do this or we shall do this? This is the countries, we go to countries like Australia, even Malaysia, Brunei, what do you call it, Singapore. You begin to wonder, are we really, what is happening to us? Are we under a curse, under a spell? Look at Malaysia that has nothing. You come to Malaysia, you see things, amazing things, and you begin to wonder, is this another planet? Is this another country, another planet? Everything the people need is there for them. And how did they do this? Nothing. Like, it's just a commercial country. Businesses, that's all. And the people's tax is used to do all these things. And Nigeria has so many resources and people pay tax and yet nothing happens. And you want us to suffer more by removing the subsidy. We want to say it is unacceptable. Even the 97 naira, what do you call it? The 97 naira you have imposed on each liter is still not acceptable. We want a vibrant government. We want a government that can change the laws of people without incurring more problem for the people. That is what we call democracy. That is what we call responsive government. Anything short of that means we do not have any government, and that government should quit that place if the government feels that it is highly incapable.